Our time for all ages today doesn't have any pictures. So I don't have any pictures to show you. This is the story of a young girl named Amelia. Amelia was fascinated by tales of people with superpowers, like Wonder Woman, or magic, like Elsa. She yearned to have powers so that she could help people. Like the boy she often saw sitting all alone at lunch, looking very sad. If I had magic powers, I could make him smile, she said to herself. Or like the little kids who were being picked on in the schoolyard by an older girl. Ooh, superpowers would straighten her out fast, she said. And whenever she walked past the old rundown park near her house, she imagined how magic powers could fix it up so kids had a place to play. One night, just as Amelia was about to fall asleep, a fairy godmother came into her room. "Hello, Amelia," she said. "I'm here to help you. What have you been wishing for?" "Oh," said Amelia, "please give me some super magic powers so I can make a difference." "Well," said the fairy godmother, "I'm happy to give you some magic, Amelia, but my..." "Oh, thank you," cried Amelia. And with that, she fell right to sleep. The next morning, when Amelia woke up, she remembered what had happened the night before. She jumped out of bed, eager to get going and test out her new superpowers. As she walked to school, she realized she had forgotten to ask what she needed to do to release those powers. You know, say some secret words or give a high sign or something. But she decided she'd figure it all out as she went along. And that day at lunch, she saw that same sad boy sitting by himself at lunch again. "Let's try my magic," she said, and she wiggled her fingers at him from a distance. Can you all wiggle your fingers with Amelia? Yeah. It didn't do anything. So maybe I need to be closer, she thought. So she walked closer to him, and he looked up at her. She couldn't help but give him a friendly smile. And when she did, his face beamed with his own huge smile. "Ha," thought Amelia, "I really do have magic." "Can I join you for lunch?" she asked. "Sure," he said, smiling even bigger. The two of them laughed and talked all during lunchtime. She learned his name was Bobby, and he lost his father earlier in the year, and he and his mother had moved here after that. He didn't know anyone, and he was too shy to go up to kids and talk. Well, Amelia and Bobby became good friends, and Bobby smiled a lot after that. One day soon after, Amelia and Bobby were in the playground when they saw Karen bullying two younger kids by the swings. She'd read what to do about bullies, but she'd never tried any of it before because she wasn't really sure she could do it. But now with her superpowers, she was ready. "Come on, Bobby, let's go help those kids." So they walked up to where Karen stood over the two children, and Amelia wiggled her fingers at her. Let's all wiggle our fingers with Amelia. And Amelia said loudly, "Karen, stop it right now. Come on, Dodie and Lou, come with Bobby and me. You're safe with us." And after the four of them had left, Amelia told the two little kids, "If she bothers you again, just turn around and walk away. Act like you don't hear her, don't show any emotion, and if she keeps on trying to hurt you, let Mr. Crenshaw in the office know. I'll go with you if you need me to." They did just as Amelia said, and Karen never bothered those kids again. Well, by now, Amelia was feeling pretty good about her super magic powers. How can I use them to fix up our old park, she wondered. Wiggling her fingers didn't work. She still didn't know any magic words. Maybe if I start working to clean it, something will occur to me. So she did. She took trash bags to the park and started picking up trash that had been left there. Before long, a couple of friends came by and asked her what she was doing. And she said, "I'm fixing our park so we can play in it again." Well, that sounded like a great idea to her friends, and they began to help, and soon other kids joined them, and they picked up trash and pulled weeds and cleared out dead brush. Little by little, the park began to look better. When some of the parents saw the improvements, they decided to help too. Some of them mowed grass, and others built picnic tables, and still others convinced the city to buy new equipment. It was hard work and took many days, but they got their new park. When it was all done, the whole neighborhood had a picnic in their park to celebrate it. After the picnic, Amelia fell exhausted into bed. She was just about asleep when the fairy godmother came back. "Oh, I'm so happy to see you," said Amelia. "I want to thank you for giving me all those super magic powers. But I tried to tell you my wand was broken. I didn't give you any," said the fairy godmother. "You must have given me powers," protested Amelia. "How else could I have made Bobby happy and stopped a bully and given our neighborhood a wonderful park?" The fairy godmother just smiled. "My dear, you did that because you possess 3 powers you developed yourself: kindness, bravery, and determination. With those 3 things, you are making a difference." And with that, Amelia fell fast asleep. So today in our religious education classes, our 4th through 6th grade Our Whole Lives class and Coming of Age class are already downstairs, and as is preschool. And that means that the RE students in the sanctuary with us are invited to go downstairs with Laurel for Drawing Differences, which is an arts-based curriculum to teach kids about race and racism. Anybody going downstairs today? Oh, Kay's going downstairs. Awesome. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Okay. I invite us all to rise and sing the hymn "For All That Is Our Life," which is number 128 in the hymnal and on the screen.
For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise.
So we're going to have a pop quiz. No, we're going to have a little question time. And in 5 words or less, what is one thing that you appreciate about our congregation? Think about it for a second. Think about how you're going to say it in 5 words. And I want to invite anybody who feels moved to speak to come up and say just those 5 words into the microphone. Let's bring this down a little bit, huh?
I only have 1 word, caring.
Oh, wait. Let's do it again.
Caring.
And I have 2 words, welcoming and friendship.
Nope, you do it. People on Zoom need to hear you.
Oh, okay, all right. Safe, comforting, welcoming, loving.
Learning together.
Spirit of kindness and acceptance.
I love that we're together.
Yeah? Anybody? Did I make it too hard?
A chance to make breakfast.
Yeah! Yeah?
A chance to celebrate birthdays.
Yeah, happy birthday, Chaz. Any more? Mike can come to you if you can't come to the mic. Yeah.
A chance to share our gifts.
Yeah.
Instilling our values in our children.
Yeah, that was 6, Jeff. It was close. Yeah. Here.
I just said Jeff's president of the board, he gets 1 more word.
Oh,
as a
no.
bonus.
No, but now you're on the spot. You have to do one.
A chance to share music together.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Music, religious education, togetherness, caring, welcome, breakfast. Always want to put a pitch in for those potatoes. So good. Yeah. Any other thoughts? There's a lot happening around here. Our congregation matters, right? We've just heard many examples of the ways that our congregation matters. For nearly 140 years, this community of free thinkers has gathered to affirm the truth that all people are beloved. And now in 2025, we make it explicit that all people includes not by default, but by intent. Black people, indigenous people, all people of color, trans and queer people, disabled people, poor people and unhoused people, immigrants, children, seniors, every group of people that is pushed to the margins in our culture. In the new language of UU values that was adopted by last summer's General Assembly, this is our value of equity. We declare that every person is inherently worthy and has the right to flourish with dignity, love, and compassion. We covenant to use our time, wisdom, attention, and money to build and sustain fully accessible and inclusive communities. We are not doing this perfectly. It would be impossible to be perfect, but this is the goal, the value, the North Star we track our progress against. Interdependence. We honor the interdependent web of all existence. With reverence for the great web of life and with humility, we acknowledge our place in it. We covenant to protect Earth and all beings from exploitation. We will create and nurture sustainable relationships of care and respect, mutuality and justice. We will work to repair harm and damaged relationships. We need one another. Just as we need the plants who produce the oxygen we breathe and every organism that we share this planet with, we also need one another as co-creators of community. All of us, not just the new people, or the people who have been here decades, or the families who have kids, or the people who somehow, in this capitalist nightmare, have time to volunteer. We need all of us. Each of us, including those who have not yet arrived, is essential to the life and character of the community we build together. And we stay together, build relationships that can withstand and are made richer by diversity instead of uniformity and compliance. Generosity. We cultivate a spirit of gratitude and hope. We covenant to freely and compassionately share our faith, presence, and resources. Our generosity connects us to one another in relationships of interdependence and mutuality. We need one another, all of us, and to that end, we share with one another in generosity. I love that this language speaks of the gratitude and hope that are part of generosity. These values, as well as the other Article 2 values of justice, transformation, and pluralism, are counter to the political and cultural moment we find ourselves in. When the world around us values individualism, white supremacy, Christian nationalism, patriarchy, and a gender binary, we come here to do something different. We have something to say and to make real in the world, nothing less than all are beloved. Our collaborators in this better world, a lot of them are nonprofits that receive federal funding, or used to. They have to choose what they can say and do right now because it puts their funding at risk, depending on what kind of grants they receive. So many of my friends who are doing life-saving work in the public, not religious sphere have had to strategize their programming and messaging around which grants they can risk losing. Because we are not dependent on any government funding, we have the opportunity to be vocal about our values. I would even say that we have the obligation to be vocal about our values. I am so pleased that our National Unitarian Universalist Association in Boston joined a lawsuit with over 24 Christian and Jewish denominations, suing U.S. Homeland Security to end the new policy of not respecting religious sites as places of refuge and sanctuary for immigrants. Religion matters right now as a place where free might actually mean free. Of course, this free faith can be darn expensive. We don't get funding from the outside. More than 3/4 of our operating income is from the pledges of our members and friends. It is a perennial truth that our congregation is always requesting your money because our largest expenses are salaries and the cost of living continues to rise. It may be fascism out there, but we still need money to make this place work. We ask our members and committed friends to pledge to next year's operating budget, which begins in July. Our board will prepare the budget based on our pledge projections, and the membership will vote to approve the budget at the annual meeting in June. Our pledges fund the set costs of the congregation. This includes our salaries, regular building costs, and administrative costs. There is no extra to trim from the budget. We operate incredibly frugally around here. Our finance committee and board of trustees are excellent stewards of our financial resources. We have 3 goals for this year's pledge season. The first is to meet our rising costs, including cost of living adjustments to salaries. Our congregation, though frugal, works very hard to pay all of our staff equitably, including making sure that we're not falling behind inflation. So do you remember Amelia's magic finger wiggle from the story? Let's wiggle our fingers that we match our rising costs. Yeah. Our next goal is that we don't balance our budget with reserves this year, that we can fund our whole year with income instead of savings. The past several years, our budget came together with extraordinary gifts or transfers from reserves, but we'd rather have the reserves for a rainier day. We don't know what's coming. We want to keep these reserves as reserves. Let's wiggle our fingers for funding the whole year with income. And the last one, which to me is not the cherry on top, but the central piece of next year's budget projection, is increasing the budget by $10,000 to expand our Director of Religious Education, or DRE, position to 20 hours per week. Our religious education enrollment is growing, and the DRE position needs to expand to meet this need. We've been at 15 hours for a long time. The program really needs a 20-hour DRE. One of the reasons our congregation is a vibrant community is the wonderful young people we have barely seen these last month and a half, while our middle schoolers do their coming of age program, and our 4th through 6th graders are in our Whole Lives Comprehensive Sex Ed. We have over 30 young people enrolled in religious education right now. That's big. Think of 30 more people in this room. That's big. It will take our next DRE 20 hours a week to maintain this glorious momentum. And it is the whole congregation's investment that makes it possible. So let's wiggle our fingers for a DRE at 20 hours. Okay. So we remember that Amelia's finger wiggle didn't actually make the magic, right? It was her actions that made a friend, stopped a bully, and inspired her community to clean up the park. So we find the magic in our action together. We are realistic here, and we know that different households have different capacities to share. We don't want your rent, grocery, or medicine money. We hope that you'll contribute from the part of your household budget that is for making life good, where you build your hopes. Because our hopes are the part of us that have decided to keep going, to bet on love, to make magic together.
My heart is ready, and what am I gonna do? My heart is ready, and what am I gonna do? My heart is ready, and what am I gonna do? Oh yeah. My heart is ready, and what am I gonna do? My hands are ready, and what am I gonna do? My hands are ready, and what am I gonna do? My hands are ready, and what am I gonna do? Oh yeah. My hands are ready, and what am I gonna do? My feet are ready, and what am I gonna do? My feet are ready, and what am I gonna do? My feet are ready, and what am I gonna do? Oh yeah. My feet are ready, and what am I gonna do? My voice is ready, and what am I gonna do? My voice is ready, and what am I gonna do? My voice is ready, and what am I gonna do? Oh yeah. My voice is ready, and what am I gonna do? My spirit's ready, and what am I gonna do? My spirit's ready, and what am I gonna do? My spirit's ready, and what am I gonna do? Oh yeah. My spirit's ready, and what am I gonna do?
Of the prophet Amos, the Unitarian minister A. Powell Davies prayed, "Help us to remember, O God, that from those to whom much has been given, much is expected." Let us join our hearts and spirits in prayerful reflection. To whom much is given, even more is asked. We have been given the bounty of this beautiful day. And we have been given the gift of the worship tradition that draws us together in this house of hope and memory, of learning, of healing, of growing, and of serving. We lift up grateful hearts. We have been given the inspiration of our siblings in faith who walk with us the path of the free religious life, who companion us in our joys and in our sorrows, and who are ours by some design of fate or necessity to care for and to love, to forgive and to cherish for this time of our lives. We lift up grateful hearts. We have been given minds with which to wonder and to reason, and we have been given voices to speak and to sing and to shout against injustice. and we have hands to work and to build the better world we would have for ourselves and our children. We are asked to use them all in the service of love and justice. We lift up grateful hearts. We have been given the divine spark as children of God, all whose health and wholeness requires us to tend to the life of the soul. In our rushing and our doing, may we not forget whose we are and what we truly are, not human beings having a spiritual experience, but spiritual beings having a human experience. We lift up grateful hearts. We ponder this mystery together, glad for one another, blessed by the abundance of our lives and called to give abundantly of ourselves to it. Amen. I invite you to remain seated for our meditation hymn, There Is a Love, which is on the screen and your order of service. You're welcome to stay right where you are and be held in the love of this congregation, or you're welcome to rise and move into a circle along the outer aisle, place your hands over your heart, or reach out and hold the hands of someone near you as we sing our closing song. This moment is not an easy one, but we have one another and our hearts are ready. Go in peace.